Hi guys, and welcome to part 9 of the PowerShell GPT walkthrough. In this video, we'll explore PowerShell GPT's inbuilt browser, BrowserGPT. To access the browser, you click this icon. The browser functions as you'd expect, but with a few little extras. At the top, we have the standard browser controls, the home button, navigation controls, address bar, search button. Let's start with the basics. To set the home page, right-click the home icon and select Set as Home Page. This will set the current page as the home page. Below the navigation controls, we have the New Tab icon. Clicking this opens up a new tab at the current home page. Next to that, we have the Load and Save tabs icon. This allows you to save all the tabs that are currently open and reload them at a later date. Left-click to load, right-click to save. When you want to close a tab, right-click it and select Close. Below the search button, we have the bookmarks icon. Clicking this toggles the visibility of the bookmarks. To bookmark a page, right-click on a bookmark and select Bookmark Current Page. Okay, let's talk about the JavaScript Scratchpad. Think of this as the syringe that contains the JavaScript that we are about to inject into the browser. If I enter the code for a JavaScript alert and then click Run JavaScript, you'll see the code is executed in the web page. JavaScript in the Scratchpad can be saved by clicking the Save button. Once you give it a name, that name becomes a voice command, allowing you to automatically inject and run that script in the browser just by speaking it. Computer. Say hello to YouTube. You can edit any saved JavaScript by selecting it from this list. If you need to reload it, just click this icon here. This is the feedback and prompt editor for BrowserGPT, and it plays a pivotal role in creating an intelligent feedback loop between the AI and the browser. Any text entered here can be sent to the AI model as a prompt. Let's send the JavaScript system prompt to the model by clicking this button. This prompt is a critical one-time instruction. It tells the AI that whenever it generates JavaScript, it must enclose the code within special tags. This is the formatting rule our application needs to identify executable code. It then asks the model to generate some simple JavaScript that will display an alert and the code needed to test our intelligent feedback loop. Before the code is executed, PowerShell GPT intercepts it and presents us with this permission request. When we click Allow, the application injects the AI-generated JavaScript directly into the browser's web page, executing the code instantly. The test alert appears. Now when we click OK, the second part of the code is fired. The feedback is generated and appears in the Feedback and Prompt editor. When we click the Send Output to Model button, the feedback generated by the code is sent to the model and the loop is completed. Okay, if we check these two boxes, automatically send output to model and grant permanent access, start a new conversation, and submit the JavaScript system prompt again, you'll see how the whole automatic feedback loop works. This feedback loop can be used similar to how you'd use the console log for debugging, but so that the AI model can self-debug the code it generates. The possibilities are mind-blowing. Okay, the copy down icon. Clicking this will copy the text from the JavaScript Scratchpad into the Feedback and Prompt editor. Clicking the Open in Editor icon will open the text in the JavaScript Scratchpad in an external editor. The default editor is Notepad, but you can right-click this icon and select the editor of your choice. If you click the Clear icon, it clears the JavaScript Scratchpad, whilst right-clicking it will clear the Feedback and Prompt editor. Okay, up here we have the Full Screen icon. Right-clicking it toggles the JavaScript Scratchpad's visibility. Left-click for full screen mode. It's the escape key to exit full screen, or if voice recognition is activated, you can say Exit Full Screen. This is the Expand and Collapse icon. Right-clicking it toggles the JavaScript Scratchpad's visibility, just like the full screen icon does. Left-click toggles between collapsed and expanded views. This is useful for when focusing on developing JavaScript for the console and AI browsers. And last but not least, the padlock icon. Clicking this allows you to set the browser command password. This is a critical security feature that allows PowerShell GPT to securely execute commands via the browser. A random password is generated when the application is first launched. This is where you can view or change the password. And that concludes Part 9 of the PowerShell GPT walkthrough, and I'll see you in Part 10.